Rod, is your worksheet done?
Yes, but I can't hand it in right now.
Because?
Aliens ate my homework, Miss Maloney.
Welcome to another episode of Barkman Saturdays, and this week I decided to take a look at Aliens Ate My Homework, based on the best-selling series by Bruce Coville. Though I have to admit, it's a bit weird seeing a film based on a book coming out, almost 2 decades after the book came out. It's not unheard of, but it's rather unusual. Though I'll admit, I'm not really familiar with the source material. I mean, I've read a few of his works, over the years, like Brad, but my go-to options were usually more like, Dealing with Dragons, or the Redwall series, or Poppy. A lot of those dealing with, animals, like mice, or dragons. I mean, I definitely read a lot of other stuff when I was younger, considering I was top accelerated reader kid in my school at one point, and got to be a pretend principal for the day, so we basically were handing out surveys to see how to make people more interested in taking part in accelerated reader. Yay. At least I didn't have to count them. But yeah, that was a setup for some pretty boring work. Thanks, guys. Gotta love school for stuff like that. As far as the movie itself goes, maybe that's an improvement, since I don't have to really comment on, how much they changed from the source material and then nag about it. But at the same time, I don't have that much I really want to say about the film itself, because the whole concept, up here just feels ridiculous. Like, why would aliens eat paper? There's not too much nutritional value in paper. Just ask, Adam Savage, because they tested that with some mice, where they were giving them, like cardboard that they were forming into pellets. And the mouse got so hungry it ate the other mouse in the cage with it in order to survive. So, aliens eating paper makes no sense, and ink itself is kind of, not a good thing to be eating. Outside of, the ridiculous of the title, we also have an advertisement on the cover for William Shatner being the voice of Phil, the plant character. So yes, we get the voiceover of William Shatner, and I have to admit, him telling bad plant-based jokes and stuff does work rather well. So I guess I'll give him credit for that choice. A lot of the other actors, though, I have no idea who they are. I suppose I could look them up, but I'm not particularly interested in doing so, because they're probably not anywhere near as well known as the Shatner, Who else can be famous for saying just one word? Khan. And screaming it so loud it travels even through space itself. As for the basic plot, then we have a kid, has to stop an evil alien from destroying his planet by transporting a bunch of prisoners there during a special time of the year. And honestly, there's not much else I really remember about the film other than, some crazy technology that, stops time and stuff like that, or the main character messing around with trying to make a volcano that's super explosive, which he actually uses to stop the main baddie from ripping off his mask and revealing that he's an alien, with a giant purple head with spikes on it. So yeah, he's holding his volcano in front of him, shooting it at the alien at one point. Which honestly just makes me think of things that are inappropriate on the grounds that, the stuff coming out of it's all white, and you're like, oh, that is probably not the best idea. Couldn't they have chose a different color for the stuff he's shooting at him? Because it's like, oh man, that's just setting itself up for a splooge joke and distractions into talking about Twi'leks and Tortugas and Asari and all those other sexy aliens out there in various franchises. It just seems like it was maybe not the best color to go with. I'm just saying. As far as the film itself goes, I guess it's a bit of a toss-up, I mean, I picked it up for $1, so I didn't think it was that bad for the price I paid for it, but at the same time, it was $1, so I wasn't expecting that much out of the film to begin with. There's some other things I raised my eyebrow, like, why didn't the teacher stop the school bully who's the evil alien, so he goes around smashing bugs into people's foreheads, and he gets their juice, all over them, will slick back their hair with it, and he'll do it, right in front of the teachers, and they don't say or do anything about it. Though I suppose it then makes it more fitting when they just stand by and do nothing when the school bully is getting absolutely destroyed by one of his victims, I suppose, in the gymnasium or whatever. Very hands-off teachers. Can't say I really approve, but that just tends to be how it works, I suppose, in fiction for the most part. Teachers don't do anything for you, so you might as well just go do it yourself. Outside of that, I just don't have that much I really want to say about it. I mean, it's a bit weird how long it takes the aliens to find their technology, to re-enlarge their ship. You think they would have tried to have, some tracking device on that stuff? We don't want to get seen, so, we need to make sure we can keep track of where all our technology is and put trackers on all the important bits and pieces. Well, apparently not, even though they threaten to kill someone if they, talk about them. If you reveal the fact you found aliens, we will murder you. That's nice of you. So, yeah. Definitely a mixed bag as far as I'm concerned. Maybe not the worst movie, but definitely not the best movie either. So, see at your own peril.
10 seconds. 5,